Look at the reaction we have to this. Hand over your freedoms, commit economic suicide, shutter the churches, leave the abortion mills open, let all the criminals out, stop you from buying more guns. This idea that we're all just going to hunker down here and print money and Netflix and chill for as long as it takes to get a vaccine. History says, pull up a chair. Maybe learn a new language, because that's the end of your society. The history says, like I told you yesterday, the likelihood is much higher that there will never be a vaccine than you will have one next year, ready for mass consumption. The odds are much higher. That's even with all of the technological innovations we have today. Now, previous generations of America understood this. And they wept when their children died of polio. They wept when their grandfathers and fathers that they saw proudly working in the fields or on assembly lines were now having to be wheeled around. But it was interesting. They had an opposite instinct to the one we have. That actually made them think, life is even more precious than I thought. And what I do with the time that I have matters more than just blanketly having time. That it was really more important to redeem that time than to just mark it, just to check a box, just to check the survival rate. They recognized I could wake up tomorrow and have it. So I better do everything I possibly can. I could be the dad. I could be the patriarch of the family struck down in the fields tomorrow. So it means that I better use the time that I know that I have right now today to maximize my output and responsibility for the people that have entrusted me, that love me, that I promised to love and care for and provide for. Gave them an opposite instinct than what it gave us. It didn't paralyze them at all. It motivated them to further action. The coronavirus SARS-2 is vicious. The fear, though, is the pestilence. The fear is the plague. And when you see headlines yesterday, many of the same people who demanded Pastor Brown down there in Tampa be put into handcuffs and arrested for endangering the community couldn't wait to jump on social media and cheer that Planned Butcherhood remained open. That is some real darkness right there. Arrest the pastor, keep the abortuaries open, keep the baby killing factories open. Why didn't the mayor of Houston, why didn't he try that? Like, it's just as easy to tell criminals to stay home. Do you know why he didn't try this before? Why didn't we try this before? Gentlemen, do you know why this hasn't been attempted already if it's just that simple?
Our virtue signaling has been turned up to 11, Steve.
Oh, it's way past 11. Brother, we are, I mean, if this was a chalkboard, we'd be on the fourth line of the quadratic equation right now of virtue signaling is where we would be. We'd have to roll in the next board to continue the math. That's whatever number that is where we are at. Look at the reaction we have to this. Hand over your freedoms, commit economic suicide, shutter the churches, leave the abortion mills open, let all the criminals out, stop you from buying more guns. Someone is speaking very loudly. Let those who have ears to hear, let them hear. Turn off the virtue signaling. Mute it, ignore it on your social media. And just watch the reactions that are taking place. We've now got the president and the Congress both talking about, well, we're going to have to do trillions more. Why stop there? Why not do cajillions? I mean, if we can just print money and it is absolutely worth what they tell you it is, why are they only giving you $1,200? Why aren't they giving you $100,000? Aren't these the same arguments we've used for years on the minimum wage? If we can just artificially inseminate wages to $15 an hour, let's make it a true living wage then, $40 an hour. Why are we stopping at $15 an hour? I can't feed a family on that. Make it $40 an hour, right?
That's funny. That's when they'll put on the, well, don't get crazy now, Steve.
Well, except now we're going to do it by the trillions instead.
Exactly.
The same exact arguments apply. We're learning all the wrong lessons here. All the wrong lessons.